Good afternoon. Heidi Foy here with Bullfrog Creatives. We are live on the Bullfrog Creatives platform on the NIRA Facebook page as well as the official CNFR page. So if you are watching on one of those and you're not liking the other two, I would encourage you to please go and share the love and like and do all the wonderful things. Okay, so sorry, we're a little bit late. Technically, it's summer, so these student athletes are already in their summer vacation mode. I would like to be, but that doesn't really exist for me anymore. And, well, it's really nice out, so it's hard to go somewhere to do this, let's be honest. But I'm so happy that we have caught up with the Central Plains student director, Ethan Griffin. He is going to be joining us today, so we are going to get all the scoop on the Central Plains region in just a second. Stay tuned. All right. So, Ethan, thank you so much for joining me today. I know that you are working, so we'll try to be very, well, I don't know. We can have a tendency to go on and talk about all the things, but we'll try to be succinct here and get all the information out and then let you go right back to work.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Heidi, for having me.
Yes. So again, I appreciate you coming on. I know that, yeah, like I said, jobs are important. We just don't always like them because they get in the way of the fun stuff, I feel like.
Yes.
And they allow the fun stuff to happen. So I also have to appreciate my job. So Ethan, if you would please give me kind of a quick and dirty, we've only spoken with one other region because we started at the top with the alphabetical order anyways. Give me a quick rundown about what you do, what your role is as a student director.
Okay. As a student director, I have many roles, but mainly my one role is to be a voice for the students because the students are our priority and also our number one value as college rodeo. Also, I control the financials for the Central Plains region. And that includes taking fine money, also taking the money that is made off of the rodeo and other sources of revenue from, let's say, event sponsors and national sponsors. That way we can provide our contestants and the year-end champs and all the people with the prizes for competing all year.
Okay, perfect. So I guess we're going to go into a little bit of an opinion piece here because that's kind of what we do around here. I would like to know what your favorite rodeo is in the Central Plains region. I'm totally putting you on the spot.
Oh gosh, yeah. There's heck, out of the 10 rodeos, I would probably have to say Panhandle State, which is located in Goodwill, Oklahoma, or Guymon. They have that rodeo is at the arena that they have the pro rodeo. So it's a really big, long pen, and it's kind of down in a little hole, like a dome setup almost. And it's just really cool. And also, I am a team roper. So in the team roping, we get to rope muley team roping steers instead of horn cattle. So it gives you a little bit more competitive edge coming and it's the last rodeo. So it's always the funnest one to look forward to.
Yes, I bet. I have lots of questions around that, but we're not going to go there. I might have to find you during the CNFR so we can talk about that some more. Okay, and that is the last one. I'm going to go ahead and take your word that it's not the nightlife that makes it the best rodeo. It's the rodeo that makes it the best rodeo.
Yes, ma'am. The rodeo.
Listen, I was there. I know. I get it.
If you know, there's not very many places to go in Goodwill, Oklahoma. They lucky to have a McDonald's.
Yeah, but you always have your favorite place for nightlife and your favorite place for competition. I feel like.
Yes,
I mean, I did. So there's that. All right, so I'm going to pull some results up as long as I can figure out technology and all the things. Let's see. And then we can go ahead and talk about results here. So we'll go pretty quick because I know that you, again, have to get back to work. But just give us a rundown as I scroll about, top 2, top 3 qualifiers.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Well, in the men's team, I believe It was correct me if I'm wrong.
Can you
Southwestern.
see it?
Yes, it's kind of just a touch blurry, but
Yeah,
Southwestern.
you probably can't see it on your phone. So I'll read them and then you can talk about them. How's
Okay.
that?
Okay. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so Southeast Oklahoma State was the #1 men's team, and then Fort Scott Community College came in #2.
Oh yes, yeah. Southeastern Oklahoma State, which is in Durant, had a very very tough team this year. The guys were just phenomenal. You had they had multiple Bulldoggers, and actually the rough stock really stepped it up from this year and years past. Mason Couch, Gus Franzen really did a good job in the bulldogging. McCade Wickett and the calf roping, and then actually coming into Guyman, Hotshot or Garrett Elmore, excuse me. He was a force to be reckoned with, and he ended up winning the calf roping, steer wrestling, and the team roping all at Panhandle. So
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
it was a blowout, and they really earned that top honor. And then the runners up were right there. I mean, it was neck and neck. Fort Scott, and they're mainly rough stock riders, and holy cow, that Chad Cross, he's got a really good program going right now. And I'm not just saying that because he's my boss, but he's really stepped up, and those kids have been working so hard to just get to where they are, and it showed. I mean, they proven themselves, and bar none, honestly.
Very cool. So we didn't even talk about who do you rodeo for?
I rodeo for Oklahoma State. Go
Okay.
Pope. Yes, ma'am.
All
And
right.
see, we did end up winning the women's team. And then Southwestern was right there behind us. It was kind of a nail biter. It was going into the last rodeo, but our girls, man, we had some tough ones. Kenna McNeil, one of the top not tie down goat tires, breakaway and barrel racers of our region. She might be small, but she is mighty. I mean, she's fast when it comes to getting down the arena and getting those goats tied. And then also had some Cheyenne Bartling make it in the breakaway, and so we had a really strong team, and we did suffer from a tragedy this year, but I mean, those girls kept it together, and they really really showed out for us. And then
Very cool.
Southwestern, holy cow, I mean, their girls are always tough. You have Abby Hepper, Sadie Walliver, I mean, they're all around hands. And then Allie Masters breakaway, just tough girls to deal with.
All right. Okay. Men's all around, and then I'm gonna buzz through the men's and women's all around because more than likely we're gonna talk about them in their event, I assume.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So Zane. Okay, now you're gonna have to help me with names.
Zane
Zane
Kilg.
Kilgus,
Yep.
Northeastern Oklahoma, and Garrett Elmore. I believe both of those we've already heard their names today. So McKenna McNeil and McKenna Brennan, 2 McKennas.
Yep.
Look at that. That's crazy. Saddle bronc riding. Well, I'll let you kind of take over. Cade Wareham and Ian Price.
Yes, ma'am. Cable is from Fort Scott. One of the kids I was talking about really stepped up. And then Ian Price coming from Panhandle. I've known Ian for a long time. We both high school rodeo in Oklahoma, just a stout competitor and he's really improved in his bronc riding. And this year he's really turned the light on and got after it.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then who do we have?
Oh, we have Ira Dickinson.
Ira.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have any extra things to add about him?
Ira, he's the same. He's a good cowboy that comes from Panhandle. I mean, he doesn't talk very much, so I really haven't got to talk to him all that often. And I mean, good straight narrow kid. He's really been progressing in the bronc riding. He also he's multi-event, but broncs are his game.
Very cool. All right, our next event is bareback riding. William Griffin.
Yes,
and
Tyler Griffin. That's who he goes from. And then we have Luke Thrash, and then I think I believe it's Denton. Is it Jacobson?
Yep.
Your top 2 guys right there, Southeastern, and then you already know that they really stepped it up and that pulled it through for their win. And then Denton Jacobson, another Chad Cross prodigy, just really really progressing in the bareback riding.
Very cool. And bull riding, Hunter Tate, TJ Schmidt, Colton Byram.
Okay, so I know Hunter Tate. I've gotten to talk to him a little bit from Coffeyville, a little school there in Kansas. Man, he just it's crazy because I swear them bulls couldn't get him off. He just stuck with it, and he used to have long hair. He had to shave his head at Fort Hays, but it was all in good fun.
Now, wait a second. We need to hear about that. What was the story behind that?
I believe it was a bet coming into. They were shaving. He grew his hair out for a reason. I don't recall the real reason, if it was for charity or for just the heck of it, but it'd be something to get him to tell you, because I
Yes.
know he shaved his head right there in front of the buck and shoots after the rodeo. So it's pretty.
If
It
I
was a
remember correctly, I might have seen pictures about that on your guys' Facebook page.
yes, ma'am. Dale Hirschman caught it all. He catches all the action.
All right.
And then TJ, I think I've talked to TJ just once or twice. Just quiet kid. I am for Panhandle. I'm not for sure. And then along with Colton Byram, I know he's from Fort Scott. I got to watch a couple times they rode, and it looked like they were really in a good spot, in a good position going into the college finals.
Right on. So there might be some people watching that are surprised that maybe you don't know all the kids in your region. How many contestants do y'all have in your region?
We fluctuate. So like our first rodeo, we had probably around 615 contestants, and we dropped back off to about 500 just because kids quit going. But we have a lot of contestants.
That's a lot of kids. Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured that you guys had one of the bigger regions, so I wanted to kind of just get that information out. All right, next we have the tie down roping.
Oh man, that tie down, it was something to watch all year, because you had the top guys in Central Plains is known for their timed events, and coming in first, Marley Berger. I mean, heck of a kid. He came from Coffeyville underneath Johnny, and went to Southwestern. Now he's rodeoing for Mike V. Just a really good cowboy. It didn't matter, long score, short score, big calves, little calves, he can handle it. Just, I mean, outshine, and it showed this year, outshine the rest of the pack. But not to fail to mention Tom Simpson from Panhandle. He's stout. I mean, he's stout. He bulldogs too. Just real ropey kid. If you ever see him at the college finals, you need to ask him about his bulldog and run with his sombrero on.
Oh.
It'd be a good story.
See, I'm here for the stories. Well, looks like we lost him. That's unfortunate. I'm hoping that he'll come back in and we can continue with the broadcast. So, in the meantime, I will just continue running through some results here. Let's see. We were just talking about Tom Simpson from Panhandle State. Ethan already did mention Garrett Elmore, Southeastern Oklahoma State. These guys will all be here in the tie down roping, and Ethan was talking about Tom in the steer wrestling. So I was taking some notes about that. So we will kill a little bit of time. While we wait for Ethan to join us back in here, let's just talk real quickly about Bullfrog Creatives and the platform and kind of the content that we will be putting out in the next few weeks between now and the College National Finals, but then also what we will be doing during the College Finals. So between now and the College Finals, you probably have all seen the promotion, but we will be hopefully interviewing all of the one or the other faculty or student director from each region, and we will just do a quick wrap up of their region, and then kind of who to watch, what to look for, or who to look for at the college finals. One of the really hard parts about the college finals is you pick your favorites, and typically you pick hometown favorites. So this will give you a little bit of an idea of who to watch from some other regions, maybe who to watch from some other regions. And then y'all be prepared when the college finals gets here. Let's see, I'm going to message Ethan here. Okay, I apologize. This is the joys of technology, you guys. So during the college finals, you will see me. I'm a one-man show. It's just me. You'll see me kind of walking around the CNFR. I'll do a lot of live video. I'll do lots of pictures. We will try to do a lot of stuff outside the arena. So you might catch me walking around during the slack in the parking lot and doing interviews. And then we will also have the Cinch Morning Show, the CNFR Morning Show, brought to you by Cinch. will be coming back this year. We're so thankful for our partnership with Cinch Jeans. And we will talk to some sponsors. We'll have some contestants on, hopefully. And then we'll also have some contract personnel join us just to talk about the rodeo a little bit. Again, we don't really talk so much results as we do talk about kind of behind the scenes stuff. More of the things that you can't get anywhere else, really, is what we're going for. So unfortunately, I'm not hearing back from Ethan, and I don't see him joining us again. So we'll just continue on the results side, which is exactly what I told you we don't do a lot of, but today is special. So there you go. We'll just scroll on down from the tie-down roping to the steer wrestling. Caden Grinfield will be representing Northwest Oklahoma State, followed closely by Jarvis Demery. And I apologize if I'm totally butchering your name or a name that you know. I'm sure it's not the first time. And then rounding out our CNFR qualifiers in the steer wrestling is Mason Couch, also from Southeastern Oklahoma State. And the next event, we have team roping header. I am definitely going to mess that up. We have JC from Western Oklahoma. I'm not even going to try that last name. And Zane Kilgus, who we already did speak about Zane a little bit, or did we speak about Zane? Same last name. And Corbin Coley. So team roping looks pretty strong. I keep waiting for Ethan to come back on and rescue me here, but he's not. So here we go. Team roping healer. Well, look at that. I believe these boys were at the finals last year. JC and LJ roping together, and then Cody Hua and Thomas Jenkin. And our next event in the barrel racing, Ethan did talk about Sadie Walliver and Abby Hepper from Southwestern Oklahoma State University. They are in our top 2 positions in the barrel racing, and Jaden Wilmuth in the number 3 hole. So we will more than likely see McKenna McNeil, as I believe she was one of our top 2 in the all-around as well. In the breakaway roping, Hannah Hughes, Winter Williams, and Bo Peterson will be our top 3 qualifiers in the breakaway roping. And in the goat tying, Marty Shockley, McKenna Brennan, and McKenna McNeil. Again, there's those 2 McKennas that were number 1 and number 2 in the all-around. So we're going to see a lot of them because not only will they get to pick up those events that they qualified for, but I believe they can pick up all the events that they're in the top percentage in. So we'll see them in a few different events. So that is it as far as qualifiers. It appears that we may have lost Ethan in the world of technology. I apologize for that. I think we will have him back on, probably against his will. Either between now and the college finals, or at least I will chat with him again at the college finals. He's got quite a great personality, that young man. So thank you guys for joining. Again, I would remind you that we will be back here. Today is Wednesday. We will be back here on Friday to kind of touch base with the Central Rocky Mountain region. For those of you guys that are watching on Bullfrog Creatives, I know we have a little bit more local following on that page. This is the home region for Casper College for the University of Wyoming. So you guys aren't going to want to miss this. We're going to hear a lot of local peeps, Central Rocky Mountain region, and I believe the student director, Ms. Faith Hoffman, is going to join us on Friday, and hopefully we can rope in Dustin Looper, who is the faculty director. Next week, we will speak with the directors from the Grand Canyon, Great Plains, and the Northwest region, and we will just continue to work our way through those regions up through the week of the college finals. I will also add, stay tuned to Bullfrog Creatives, because we're going to do some local content if y'all are in town for the college finals, where I think you should eat. I have some really strong opinions about food. That's funny. And maybe some things that you didn't know about, but definitely I think you should do while you're in town. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we're going to hit up a restaurant and see, maybe do a little live video there and post that, places that I think you should go. Joe, thank you. What time on Friday? We will do these on Friday at 2, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I will be back at 2 p.m. I don't know what time I'm going to be eating tomorrow, but I will make sure to post good content. So keep coming back. I apologize for cutting it short today. Hopefully we can speak with Ethan again. and maybe technology will be a little bit more on our side. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you on Friday.